Good afternoon, everyone. Let us start this session. So during the last lecture, we have seen the difference between the first angle projection method and third angle projection method. And also we have started with the projection of point. Okay. So we have seen the two conditions when the point is placed in the first quadrant and point is placed in the second quadrant. Okay. So when the point is lying in the second quadrant, its front view and top view, they will lie above the XY line. Okay. So there is possibility that both the views will overlap each other. So such type of drawing, it is quite difficult to interpret, and therefore we don't follow the second angle projection method. Okay. So either we follow first angle projection method or we follow the third angle projection method. Okay. So now we will see the condition when the point is located in the third quadrant. So here you can observe the point P is placed in the third quadrant. So it is 20 mm behind the vertical plane and 30 mm below the horizontal plane. Okay. So this is how the statement is given when the point is placed in the third quadrant. Point P is located 20 mm behind the VP and 30 mm below the HP. Okay. And we have to draw the orthographic projection for the point P. So to draw the orthographic projection, first rotate the given plane HP in the clockwise direction and try to align this plane with the vertical plane. Okay. So that given three-dimensional representation can be converted into two-dimensional representation. Okay. Now on drawing paper, draw the HP and VP. So when any object, it lies in the third quadrant, its horizontal plane, it will be above the XY line. So this is your XY line. And vertical plane, it will be below the XY line. Okay, so now try to observe. This is the position of the observer. So from the front view, so this will give the front view. So we will observe the dimension which is below the horizontal plane. Okay, so the dimension which is visible in the front view, it will be 30 mm. So with respect to XY line, take the distance 30 mm and draw the point P. So this will give the front view. Okay, so we have to represent this front view by the letter P dash. Okay, so we use the dash for the front view. Okay, so this is your vertical plane and the distance of this point P, it is below the XY line or below the HP. So this distance, so this is equal to 30 mm. Okay, now from the P dash, draw the projector, that is continuous thin line, and at distance 20 mm. So if you observe from the top direction, then the distance visible from the top direction, this is 20 mm. Okay, 30 mm is not visible from the top view. It is only visible from the front view. So at 20 mm distance, mark the second point that will represent the top view. Okay. So the letter that we use to represent top view is letter P. And this is equal to 20 mm. Okay, so this is how you can represent the front view and the top view when the point lies in the third quadrant. And the last condition is point lying in the fourth quadrant. So consider this is the fourth quadrant, and there is one point Q. It lies in the fourth quadrant, okay, and its distance is specified. In front of vertical plane, the point Q is located at distance 20, and below the horizontal plane, the position of the point Q is 30 mm. Okay. So with these dimensions, we have to draw the front view and the top view. So to draw this three-dimensional view on a two-dimensional paper, we have to rotate the horizontal plane. So always rotate horizontal plane in the clockwise direction. So when you rotate the horizontal plane in the clockwise direction, after rotation, this HP will get overlap on the vertical plane. Okay. Therefore, vertical plane and horizontal plane in a two-dimensional view will lie exactly below the XY line. So on the drawing paper, draw the XY line and show both the planes HP and VP just below the XY line. So suppose this is your XY line. Then this single rectangle will represent vertical plane and the horizontal plane. Okay. Now just observe from the front direction. So from the front view, we can observe the dimension 30 mm, which is below the HP. Okay. So at distance 30 mm with respect to this horizontal line, that is the XY line. So take the distance 30 mm. And at 30 mm distance, draw the point that will represent the front view. So this is the Q dash. Use the small letters. Okay. And try to observe from the top view. So from the top view, you can observe this 20 mm distance. Okay. So this 20 mm distance, which is in front of vertical plane. Okay. So this Q, it is projected on this horizontal plane. Okay. So take the distance 20 mm with respect to XY line. So at 20 mm distance, so this is 20 mm, you will get the point Q. So that is the top view. Okay. And you can draw one projection line, that is a continuous thin line, so that you can draw both Q and Q dash on the same line. Okay. So this is the front view and top view when the point lies in the fourth quadrant. Okay. So you can complete all these views, that is the point lying in the first, second, third, and fourth quadrant afterwards in a drawing book. So now we will see projection of line. So in the projection of line, the first condition is the line lies in the first quadrant, and the condition given is line is parallel to VP and HP. Okay. So this is the simplest condition where the line is parallel to HP as well as it is parallel to vertical plane. So this is the given line. So you can take this line as a AB. Okay. So this line AB is parallel to HP and it is parallel to VP. That means its end points, they are at equal distance with respect to horizontal plane and with respect to vertical plane. So when you try to draw the front view, so this is the distance given. It is 20 mm above the HP and 30 mm in front of VP. So for the front view, you can observe the complete length of the line, that is called as a true length of the line, because line is parallel to vertical plane. So this projected outline of that line, it is equal to the actual length of the line. And similarly, if you observe from the top direction, again in the top direction, you can observe the true length of the line because line is parallel to horizontal plane. Okay. So the geometry projected on the horizontal plane, so it will give the true length of the line. Now suppose we want to draw the side view of the line, then you can take one profile plane. So I have selected the right profile plane so that we can draw the left hand side view. So if you observe from the left direction, then instead of line, you can only observe a single point. So this is the projection line. So the geometry that will be projected on the right profile plane, it will be just a point. Okay. So now we have to convert this three-dimensional view into a two-dimensional view so that we can draw this on a drawing paper. So rotate the horizontal plane in the clockwise direction. It is the same procedure for the projection of point. So this is the two-dimensional representation. Now above the XY line, we will get the vertical plane because this is the first quadrant, and below the XY line, we will get the horizontal plane. Okay. So this is the front view. It is at distance 20 mm. So you can take the distance 20 mm with respect to XY line, and then you can draw one horizontal line. Okay, you can take a suitable length. Let us take this length as a 50 mm. Okay, so take the true length of the line is 50 mm. So this line is drawn with 50 mm dimension. Now from the end points, draw two projectors and then take distance 30 mm. So 30 mm is visible in the top view because line is in front of vertical plane by distance 30 mm. And at 30 mm distance, draw one horizontal line. Okay. So this will give the top view. So now we will see a second condition where the line is inclined to horizontal plane and it is parallel to the vertical plane. So you can note down this condition. Just write the condition. Line is parallel to vertical plane. Okay, so if the line is parallel to vertical plane and it is inclined to horizontal plane, then how we can specify the position of that line? One way is we can give the position of the first point, that is one end, with respect to HP and VP. Okay, and at the same time, to define the inclination, we can give the angle of that line with respect to horizontal plane. Okay, so this is the one way. Second way is we can define the position of both the points. That means, suppose this is the point A, then we can give the position with respect to HP and VP. At the same time, we can give the position of second point, that is a B, with respect to HP and VP. Okay. So here the position specified for this line is parallel to VP and it is at distance 30 mm with respect to VP. The first point or one end of the line is 20 mm above the HP. So this is the distance with respect to horizontal plane. And line is inclined to HP by 30 degree. Okay. So these dimensions will completely define the position of that line in the first quadrant. Now we have to draw the front view. So this is the direction of our observation. So from the front view, we can observe the true length of the line. That means the total length, because line is parallel to vertical plane. So this is the front view. Now, if you observe from the top direction, we will not observe the true length. Okay. We will observe a reduced length for that line. So you can see here. So from the top direction, as the line is inclined to horizontal plane, so top view will not give the actual dimension of that line. Okay. So it will give the reduced length. So that is called as a plan length. So you can see. So this length that is obtained in the top view, it will be less than the actual dimension of that line or the true length, because the line is inclined to horizontal plane. So you should always remember that if the line is parallel to vertical plane, then in the front view, we will get the true length. If the line is parallel to horizontal plane, then in the top view, we will get the true length. So suppose we want to draw the side view for this line. So this is the right profile plane. Now we will observe from the left direction. So from the left direction, we will observe a line. That means if the geometry is projected on the profile plane, it will be a line instead of point, but that line will have the length less than the actual length. So this is also a reduced length. Because this line is inclined to profile plane also. Okay, therefore, in the side view, we get the reduced length. So now next part is we have to represent these views on a drawing paper. So rotate the plane, rotate horizontal plane in the clockwise direction, and profile plane, that is a side plane, in the anti-clockwise direction. So to draw the front view, first step is you can draw this simultaneously. Take the distance 20 mm. So you can observe here the point A. So this is the point A. This is point B. So point A is above HP by 20 mm distance, and it is in front of VP by 30 mm distance, because line is parallel to vertical plane. So at 20 mm distance, draw one horizontal line. So draw this line as a continuous thin line. This is not actual geometry. So you should draw this line just for the reference. Now on this line, we need to draw one inclined line that will represent the front view of the given line AB. So at 30 degree, draw the front view. Okay, or you can mark this as a true length of the line. Suppose line is given as a 50 mm or 60 mm. So you can draw this line, that is a continuous thick line with dimension 60 mm. Okay. So in the front view, we get the true length of the line. Now we have to draw the top view. So for the top view, from the end points, draw the projectors. So before that, take the distance 30 mm. Because line is parallel to vertical plane and it is at distance 30 mm with respect to vertical plane. So take the distance 30 mm. At 30 mm distance, draw one horizontal line. So draw this line as a continuous thin line, because this is not actual geometry. and then draw the projector lines from the end points of the front view. So these are called as end projectors. So end projector, they will give the distance or dimension of the top view. Okay. So now just we have to connect this point, or you can draw one continuous thick line like this. Okay. So you can observe here in the front view, we get the maximum dimension. So that maximum dimension is nothing but the true length. And in the top view, we get one reduced view. Okay. So that is called as a plan length. So now we have to prepare the side view. So you can take one more plane, that is a profile plane on the right side. And then you draw the 45-degree line in this space, that is the fourth quadrant. Now take the projection from the front view and from the top view. So first take the projection from the top view on the 45-degree line, then extend that line on the profile plane, and now take the projection from the front view. Okay, so these intersecting points will give the side view. So this is how you can prepare the front view, top view, and side view. So once you have front view and top view, you can directly draw the side view without observing the actual three-dimensional object. So just we have to take the projection lines as a reference. So after that, you can write here front view, top view, and you can give the dimensions. Okay, so this is the second condition when the line is inclined to vertical plane and it is parallel to HP and line is lying in the first quadrant. Okay, so for this case, if you observe from the front direction, then we will observe the reduced length because line is inclined to vertical plane. Okay, so the geometry which is projected on the vertical plane, it will have the less dimension compared to the true length of the line. Okay, and if you observe from the top direction, so top view will give the actual length, that is called as a true length. Okay, so after projection, you can observe. So if you draw the projection lines from the point A and from point B, then this is the projected view. So this will give the true length. Okay, and if you project this point A and B on the vertical plane, so like this, then you will observe the reduced length. Okay, so this is A dash and B dash, and this will be A and B. Okay, because top view is represented by the letter A and B, and front view is represented as A dash and B dash. Okay, now just rotate this view, that is the rotate horizontal plane in the clockwise direction, and try to align this with the vertical plane. So on the drawing paper,
So draw the XY line. Above the XY line, show the vertical plane, and below the XY line, it is a horizontal plane. Okay. Now from the XY line, you can observe the three-dimensional view. The distance of point A, it is specified. It is 20 mm above the HP. Okay. So at 20 mm distance, so take the distance 20 mm and draw one horizontal line. This is not actual front view. Just draw this line just as a reference. Okay. So here without front view, we cannot, without top view, we cannot draw the front view because we don't have direct dimension in the front view. So we need to take the reference from the top view. Okay. So first draw the top view. So again observe the top view. So here dimension is 20 mm for the point A with respect to the vertical plane. So first mark the point A in the top view. So take the distance 20 mm. You can draw one reference line here. So from this point, so I have represented this as a point A. Draw this line and then draw the inclined line with the given inclination that is equal to 40 degree. Just draw this line as a continuous thick line. So this will represent the actual top view. Okay, so now here we have got the top view and this inclination that is equal to 40 degree. This is the point A and this is your point B. Okay, now to complete the front view, just take the projections from the top view. So take the projection from the point A in the front view and similarly take the projection from the point B. Okay, and now complete the front view on this horizontal line which is at distance 20 mm. So use the continuous thick line. So this is your front view. So this is A dash and this point is B dash. Okay. So in this way you can complete the front view and top view when the line is inclined to vertical plane and it is parallel to horizontal plane. So in this case, in the top view, we will obtain the true length and in the front view, it is the reduced length. So this reduced length that is obtained in the front view, this is called as elevation.